I got to spend the day yesterday playing Nintendo with my son, and he never wants to play Nintendo with me. He's always off doing his own thing and playing Minecraft with his friends online and running around and doing other stuff. So to be able to have these moments, even if it's because of wisdom teeth, I will take it. Um, the it is not lost on me that is that it is having his wisdom teeth taken out is giving me some wisdom and how to cherish small moments that I didn't think I could back.
Hi everyone, I'm Lexie Callies. Do you feel the squeeze of caring for an elderly loved one and school age children? Then welcome to the Sandwich Stories. Let's dig in.
Hi everybody, it's Lexie Callies with Sandwich Stories. I hope you're having a really good day and a really and this week I'm gonna put my mom hat on again and because my son had his wisdom teeth out. He is 13, he had them surgically removed. And as a mom, you know he's gonna be okay. I had mine out at 13, same way, not the same doctor, but um, and everything was fine. I went in the morning, they took him out, I woke up, everything was fine. And I kept telling my son this also, but you know how kids are. Well, what does mom know? Even though she's done it, they don't always believe everything you say. Then we went to go see my mom on Sunday, and my grandma's nervous, and I have my wisdom teeth out, and she also told them, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, her word, verbatim, will be fine, and get to go home and take a nap, and then have ice cream. And so he seemed a little better after that. My husband was older when he had his out, so I think it was a little different for him. Um, but as a mom, you just want to reassure your kids, but also you're nervous at the same time, right? So we have all been in those situations where you can't show it. Yes, I knew my son would be fine. 45 minutes in, but he's still going under anesthesia, still going to sleep. And what if something did go wrong? And you don't want to worry about those things. And you don't want to show it either because then that just makes your kids even more anxious. This is the second time my son has gone in for surgery. The first time he did, he was 2 years old. Um, that was a little harder for me because he was my new baby and I was nervous. He had his adenoids out, but that's general anesthesia at the hospital. The anesthesiologist called me. We had the whole thing, right? But that was literally a 7-minute surgery. Um, this one too, a little different. It's not the hospital. It's at the um, maxillofacial surgeon's office, and you don't get to go in the back with him. My son got called up, and I was about to get up, and the nurse said, "Nope, you stay there for 45 minutes to an hour, and we will call you when he's ready." I was like, "Oh, okay, good to know." So that was a little hard, um, you know, but he was fine. He came out of the surgery. He was brought out to the car. He was all sleepy. At the When I first saw him, I thought, "Oh, they gave him something to reverse the anesthesia. He's out of it." He was making sense until he wasn't. And then he was at the back of the car, head back, almost snoring, asleep, but still trying to say, "I'm not asleep. I'm not asleep. I'm still awake." So, um, and then we got home, and he was trying to walk, and I was like, "No, maybe we don't do that. We're gonna sit down." He was a little wobbly. He had a really hard time knowing that feeling that his lip was numb. Even after he woke up from his very long 5-hour nap, he also felt like he was that just really bothered him, that sensation of not feeling his mouth, not feeling his lip. Um, but knowing that it's there, that was I think it's a little lack of control when it comes to my son. That does not surprise me. He had an issue with lack of control. Um, so it was very sweet though. have not been in a situation where I actually had to feed my son in a very, very, very long time. Yes, he's 13, so I think the last time we probably fed him, he was a year and a half old. So he tried to eat his yogurt so he could take his pain medication by himself, and it was not working. He was getting it all over his face. It was very cute. And so I sat there and I fed him just like I did when he was little. And it was a sweet moment that I have to say I never thought I would ever get to have ever again. Um, it's not really the way I would want it to happen, but the fact that I got to experience that just maybe one last time in my life is really special. And um, so once he was done, I got him all cleaned up, got him into bed, tucked him in, and I got a sweet "I love you, Mama." And I have noticed that since the surgery, I have not been mom lately. I have been mama, and he hasn't called me that since he was little, and it's so sweet. I have not said anything to him. I have kept that to myself, but I have noticed that I've gotten a few more "I love you, mamas," and um, instead of just being called mom, and it's really sweet. Um, so if this little surgery um, lets me have my little boy back for a little bit, I'll take it. And I think those are the things we need to look at. That every time your child needs that extra care, that extra love for whatever reason it might be. It might be because they're having a problem at school with friends, they're sick, and kind of revert to when they were little. I'm okay with it. I think we all need it too. Um, let them need you. Let them maybe sit in your lap. And, oh, every night he comes to say goodnight and he sits in my lap and he is a big 130-pound baby. But he still says, and I quote, he's a lad. And he's not so anymore. He is a big boy. And that's okay. I let him sit in my lap and I hug him and he gives me hug and kiss goodnight. And these are those moments um, that I cherish. And having his surgery gives me a few more moments that I get to cherish that I haven't been able to experience since for the past 11 years, probably. Um, there's some jokes out there that say you become mama, mom, mommy, and then you're just bro. And I've been kind of mom and bro uh, for the past couple years. And so to hear mama again out of my son's voice, out of my son's mouth, and with his big boy voice is just super sweet. And I'm taking it all in. My husband is very good about it also, but he's been at work, so he hasn't been home with our son uh, this week the way I have, and I think he's okay with it. I mean, there's a little part of me that thinks he wishes he could be home and hang out with our son all day and baby him a little bit, but the fact that I get to stay at home with my son for a couple days and do some things with him that I really don't get to do is great. He cannot go exercise for a week. He has to stay home for a week. He has to eat ice cream and pudding and all the yummy foods that he loves, but he's also jealous when he sees my husband and I eat regular food. He's like, I want to eat that too, but he still has a couple days left. So um, I got to spend the day yesterday playing Nintendo with my son, and he never wants to play Nintendo with me. He's always off doing his own thing and playing Minecraft with his friends online and running around and doing other stuff. So to be able to have these moments, even if it's because of wisdom teeth, I will take it. Um, the it is not lost on me that is that it is having his wisdom teeth taken out is giving me some wisdom and how to cherish small moments that I didn't think I could pack. And if it only lasts for this week, then it lasts for this week, but it's what I get, and I will take every single moment. I think y'all need to do that also. I think if you have a moment to have that little kid back, take it, cherish it. Your teenager is giving you the opportunity to do it. Take it. Don't give it up. My husband does this when it comes to bedtime. He cherishes bedtime with our son. Um, they have done prayer, story time, all the things since my son was an infant. That was the time my husband got to have with him because of work. So I let them have bedtime, and my husband still does it. And so those are the times where um, my husband gets to be with their son one on one, and they do Rose and Thorn for the day. They do good night prayers. If there's a book that they're reading together, they will read it together at bedtime, and they just talk about my son's day. And I feel as if so many parents now don't take those opportunities. Um, I know people that when their kids are 10, 11 years old, they don't tuck them in at night. They say goodnight, and their kid goes off to bed and puts themselves to bed. And I don't think my husband will let my son do that until my son finally says, Dad, I can do it on my own. Good night. And that day will break my husband's heart. But yeah, just having these special moments is really special. Hmm. So don't let these moments pass you by. Take them, hold on to them, keep them close, and cherish them. Yeah? Okay. And love on your kids. They need it. In this age, they need it. They need the love. They need the hugs. They need the kisses. They need to be baby. And maybe we'll get a mama out of it also. Now, the song of the week. I got her done today. So fabulous. Thank you, Kim. And so she was the one who gave me the week. I was sitting in the salon chair and said, "Hey, I need a song of the week. What you got? What lifts you up, makes you feel good?" She said every time she hears it on the radio, it just gives her a vibe, and she loves it. And it is Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. And I agree with her. It does. It's one of his good songs, and I love it. And yeah, so check it out if you haven't. If you're not a Bob Marley fan, maybe Three Little Birds could be in the repertoire. Um, if you are a Bob Marley fan, I'm sure you have a laundry list of songs that I could have for Song of the Week. But my hairdresser Kim picked Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. Go listen to it. Have a great day and baby your kids, okay? I love you guys. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to Sandwich Stories. I really hope you learned some new things and enjoyed it. If you did, tell a friend, tell your mom, tell your sister, tell your dad, tell everybody you know to also listen. Maybe they'll learn some new things, how to help each other out, and find us at Sandwich Stories Podcast. Thanks so much.